Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on, man? We're back with another stream, man. Back with man like D, you know. This is his debut on the channel. You know what I'm saying? We've got Palace this weekend. So I thought, what Palace fan can I think of? What Palace fan is it that I speak to every single week? What Palace fan is it that's always trying to cook me, trying to call me delusional? He even says I'm a brown envelope. I'm all of these things.
I don't think I've said brown. Actually, I have probably, innit? I've said
you have, bro. You said Todd Bowley pays me. That's what you said.
Yeah. It feels like
you know
it. It feels like it. It feels like it. You know, it's all love, though. You know, it's all love. It's all
of course, it's all love. Every time, bro. It's always love. It's always love, bro. But listen, today's mainly gonna be therapy for D. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because D at the moment has yet to pick up any points in the season. So we're gonna speak about how he thinks the game's gonna go this week. Like I put in the title, can Chelsea make it 14 in a row against Crystal Palace? Because that's a long-standing record at the minute. I think we're gonna beat the next best record after this one. I think City are the closest ones to us, I believe. And obviously news is breaking as we're speaking, people. So if anything mad happens, we'll speak about it quickly, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But D, what you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. The question is, are you good? Because we didn't play yesterday against Napkins. FC or Servet, whatever you want to call it. What happened, man? The grass, it was a problem. UEFA needs some fun. UEFA needs some fun, Servet. It's the pitch. I've heard the weather. I've heard the pitch. What is it? What is it? You tell me.
Bro, the mentality. The mentality was the main issue. Yeah.
Oh, it's mentality now. All right, cool.
Of course. I told you there was many factors, bro. The mentality. It's very obvious that these players aren't taking this competition that seriously. That's what I said in my review. Yeah. That Maresca needs to motivate these guys. Because I'm telling you, D, I'm seeing Jackson shooting, and I swear to God, his shot, he didn't even try to chase the shot after, bro. He's just waddling about. Palmer came on, Palmer came on, and I swear to God, he was jogging the whole game, bro. He wasn't even trying to sprint. Yeah, it's like they were playing in first gear, bro. Yeah, I understand it, innit? It's Conference League. You're not going to be up for that, man. Champions League's completely different to this. Or even Europa League, you have a little bit of motivation. But end of the day, bro, we've spent a lot of money. We have to go in those games and want to win, bro. And at the same time, I showed you already, yeah. Those pitches are like fucking Hackney Marshes, bro. Worse than Hackney Marshes. I've seen better pitches, yeah. At Sunday League. Do you get it,
bro? Everyone's gone through that, man. Everyone's gone through that. You can't blame the pitch, man. You can't blame the pitch. But it's fine. It's fine. We can blame the pitch. I mean, yesterday
I'm sorry, bro.
It was a bit funny. It was a bit funny.
I can't ignore the pitch. Listen, I hate speaking about refs. I hate speaking about pitches. But if you're gonna make me play on a pitch like that, I'm gonna speak about it, bro. Yeah, every single week we see our players playing on carpets. Yeah, over there, bro. It's like I can't even describe it. You see, you see the goalkeeper. You see the goalkeeper. Yeah, the box in the goalkeeping box. Yeah, I'll show you a picture after. I promise you, the middle bit of the goalkeeper box, there was like a hedge of grass. Yeah, from like B&M or something. There was a hedge of grass, and then on the sides there was like no grass, bro. It's like they just stuck the grass there. Yeah, an hour before the game. I'm telling you, the pitch was one of the worst I've seen. Yeah, and in pre-season was playing in America, bro.
Good for us. We're going to be playing at Stamford Bridge, so there'll be no pitch issues. Hopefully the weather should be good as well. Maybe you might use the ref as an excuse. I don't know. We'll see. But don't worry. In our game, you won't have any of them problems.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
You have to look at yourself. You have to check your own mirrors because that's not our ground. That's your ground. So yeah. I mean, that was a bit funny result, but it's good to be here. It's good to be here. As you say, we talk a lot. We talk on streams. We talk via messages as well. Some of your takes are absolutely crazy, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
You're so crazy about my takes. They sound crazy at the time until time will tell. They marinate and then they come to fruition, bro. Yeah, I'm not saying I get everything right because I didn't even think we'd go back in for Sancho. Like my boy was showing me the Athletic article last week, and I was like, bro, we're not gonna go back in for this guy. It don't make sense. But my club surprises me, bro. Yeah, I told these guys about Madueke. England call up swiftly. I told these guys about Cole Palmer. They call me delusional. Best player in the league last season, barring Foden. Yeah, for me, he was even better than Foden, right? So, bro, people need to just let these things land at times. I know it sounds delusional at the time, but, bro, I watch a lot of football. I don't just say these things because I'm a Chelsea fan. I watch a lot of football, bro. But let's go through the chat. Let's go through the chat anyway. We've got 25 people here. Got man like Kakashi in here. Let's go, Don. Cook this you again.
Hey,
Bro, listen, I told you.
He could get no one.
There's no cooking today. It's gonna be therapy for D, man. This is a safe space. That's why I wanted to come back.
I'm saying that. I'm good, bro. I don't need no therapy. We're good. We're good. It's only 2 games of the season. You're moving like we lost like 15 games in a row. We're on 0 points after 15 games. It's only 2 games. And we'll the game. But
we'll talk about it. Don't worry, bro. We'll go through it. We'll go through it.
Confidence is growing. My confidence is growing by the day.
Say less, bro. You got Rano in here as well. Big up, Don. Big up your bro. Big up my bro. Sorry. Did you see Tony's video talking about Arsenal? Yes, I did. Someone actually DM'd it to me. That was funny, man.
What was you saying?
Nevi, I don't want to see no charity nonsense on Sunday and giving Palace their points, bro. I want to smoke these man the same way we smoke Wolves, bro. Like I said, 13 wins in a row. We need to make it 14. But the ice cream man always comes when I'm going live, bruv.
And I'm not even laughing at the ice cream man. I'm laughing at the fact that you said that you want to smoke us the way you smoked Wolves.
We did smoke Wolves. We did.
I know. But you really think you're gonna smoke us the way you smoke Wolves,
bro? We'll go through it. Let's go through the rest of the chat. Let's see who else is in here, man. You got Kevin, big up, bro. Kevin Murphy. You've got Mario. Big up. Don't I have a question about getting tickets to a game? DM me, bro. DM me on Twitter, man. Catman. That pitch fucked up 2 of our attacks, bro. It did, man. Bro, the amount of times I'm seeing Madueke falling over, Tyreek George. You know what's so funny, bro? The best player in the first half for us was Mudryk. Yeah? And you know guys like to get onto Mudryk's touch. But he was actually assured on the ball. So maybe at Stamford Bridge, yeah, we need to take off the whole strip on the left-hand side.
How can a man be more assured of the ball when it's all bouncy and not be comfortable when it's all...
It was weird.
I don't know.
I promise you, Mudryk was actually our best attacker in the first half. Him and Nkuku are our 2 best players, yeah, in the game. And then yeah, even Kevin says it. The amount of times Madueke kept falling, bro. It was bad. It was bad. But let's get straight into it, man. Because listen, this weekend obviously we're playing Palace at the Bridge on Sunday, annoyingly, because we're now in Conference League. And Palace, like I said, I keep telling you, you are a team where we always go and you charity FC. Yeah. Whatever we need, if we need some help, you give it to us. The season we finished 12th, we beat you twice. Yeah, Gallagher even scored that season as well.
Finished above you.
I know you finished above us, but my point that I'm saying is we're so bad, but you still gave us 6 points. Yeah. Last season, Olise at the Bridge. Remember that picture of the man them doing this? Yeah. I was even there at the Bridge. Yeah. That was the game when Lavia got injured, bro. We beat you in that game as well, and we beat you away when Enzo dropped my man on the floor and did what he did. So I'm going into this game, confident that we're gonna get the W, because I'm looking at my team in comparison to yours. You lot have lost Anderson now, which has weakened your defense, in my opinion. And on top of that, you've lost a big player in Olise, bro, who starts for everyone in this league, in my opinion. So you're not the same Palace that you were last year. Even last year, I was confident we'd beat you, but now I've got even more confidence, because when I'm looking at my team, bro, I can bring on the likes of Neto, Felix, Nkuku, right? You've got Jackson, yeah? You've got all of these players, bro. All of this quality that we can bring on and off the bench, yeah? So for me, I'm looking at it and thinking, bro, we're going to outscore you. That's how I'm kind of looking at the game. But what have you thought of Palace so far, man? Because I've seen you lot haven't won any games as of yet. Obviously, West Ham beat you at the weekend as well. What's been your major problem? What's been your major problem so far, bro?
We won a game on Tuesday. Carabao Cup game.
In the Prem. Don't be so shameless.
We beat Norwich 4. No, but you said we haven't won a game. The game's
in the Prem. Right? Okay, in the Prem then. Let me rephrase it. In the Prem, you're yet to win a game. So what's been your major problem so far? What have you thought of your game so far?
So I think the major problem is our players came back late from the major tournaments and they haven't had proper pre-season. That goes to Gehi, Eze, Munoz, Lerma, Wharton, Mateta, because of the Olympics. That's the problem. That was the problem going into the Brentford game. And then we've gradually seen the team improve. The Brentford game was a bit too slow. You even saw Gehi doing rookie mistakes. For me, he's a fantastic defender, and he wouldn't normally let Mboma cut inside like that. And then in the West Ham game, it was just a matter of not being clinical enough. And in the second half of the Norwich game, Don, I'll have to tell you this. I know you're saying it's Norwich, but the patterns of play that I saw in the second half, not the first half, second half, was the old Palace. And I think that was the biggest signs of it. We kind of got the ball moving again. We scored goals, but it's not goals for goals' sake. It was similar to what we saw last season, towards the end of last season. And Glasner did mention it before the Brentford game, as I've said, about players needing a few weeks to come in. And he did also mention after the Norwich game, he did say, up until 2-0, it wasn't great. Then after 2-0, I saw my old side, something along them lines. And that's what we saw. We got momentum. We got confidence back. And I think playing Chelsea suits us massively. I think you're kind of downplaying this game in terms of, 40. Of course, you're going to expect your team to win, but I don't know if it's going to be as easy as you think, due to the fact of how Glasner sets up. You talked about your 13 wins, but them 13 wins even last season, you didn't face Glasner, you faced Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson side that anyone should be able, because it's so negative despite the players. And Glasner, I don't know if you saw it in his press conference today. He said, we're going to Stamford Bridge to win. And that's the mentality. We're coming to your house to win this game. And that's the difference in mentality from the old Palace and this Palace.
Yeah, no, listen, I hear it. But the thing is, though, you can say all of that, but Hodgson wasn't going to come to the Bridge and hope that he's going to lose. Like, every manager is going to say these things.
No. There is. Let's not.
You know what I mean? They're all going to say this. What? You're telling me Hodgson didn't have? You're telling me Hodgson didn't have that same confidence now?
No, he didn't. He didn't have that confidence. He didn't set up his team in a way of confidence. He set up his team to not lose the game rather than to try and win the game. He would have been over the moon with a point against Chelsea. And that's the mentality. I mean, even in the season that you finished 12th, I think the mentality at Palace has been wrong all along. It has been, we're facing Chelsea. We're not looking at context. We're facing Chelsea and that's it. And that has been a problem in the past, but that mentality has changed going into this game. And yeah, we are going to be going to Stamford Bridge on Sunday with the mentality of let's win this game. So that's the different Palace that you see from the past. Now, whether we will, that's a different question, of course. That's not going to be easy. But,
of course.
But yeah,
that's what helps us, bro. Like, big up Blue Boy Ultra as well. Said, good, we want you to come out. That's exactly
what we want.
No,
this is where this is where you don't get twisted. We're not going to come out. It's not going to be like, oh, we're going to go all out attack. We're going to set up a team in a way where we're going to, and honestly, in this position that we're in with 2 games lost and the way we're going to set up in this game, I honestly think it gives us the best chance to win. We're not going to go full guns blazing. We might have a mid block. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll have pressing triggers. So it's not like we're going to sit back, but we'll let you have the ball. But then the problem is we know that your defense is weak and we will try to hit you on a counter attack. So I think, honestly, with the way you lot set up, this game suits Palace to the T. If there's any game so far when we're facing in this run of us getting a chance of getting something out of the game, I think it is this game. It is this game with Maresca as manager, as Palace's manager, and yeah, I think tactically the game suits us a lot, and we want that because West Ham sat back against us. You're not going to sit back against us. Tell me
how we set up, D. Educate me, because you said the way we set up it actually plays in your favor. How do we set up, bro?
So it depends on the game. We can change it about, but I mean we'll still have 5 at the back, 3 at the back in possession, 5 at the back out of possession. The wing backs.
Now talking about us, you said Chelsea. You said how we set up. How do we actually set up?
In terms of you're gonna be coming full guns blazing at home as an attacking side. I don't expect. I saw your game even against Wolves. There were chances for Wolves in the first half. The reason for that is because the defense is shaky. I don't think Maresca at home or any other Chelsea side, to be fair, is gonna be sitting deep in the game against Palace. So I think Chelsea will be opening spaces up behind. They'll be putting numbers forward because Palace will allow Chelsea to have the ball. But the difference is now on a counter-attack, it's not just any other Hodgson counter-attack. It's everything set up tactically to the T from Palace's side of things in order for us to go create chances to score goals. Against West Ham, it was an improvement from the Brentford game. But West Ham done a similar thing. With the mid to low block, we have kind of like, we're trying to figure it out because with it being open, we saw it towards the end of last season. When teams were open against Palace, that's when we scored 5 goals, 4-0, and all of them scores because they were open. And I know in this game, Chelsea are going to be open against Palace. And I know that's...
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, yeah, listen, it all depends on how we set up in the midfield. If Maresca wants to invert, like what he did the other day, that's when I'm concerned off the ball. Because when it comes to inverting, our players are yet to actually fully understand when to go, when to stay, when to drop back. Because like I said, bro, it's a new system that they're learning. Yeah, the main problem that we've got right now, when you've got Gusto inverting, you've got Vega inverting, when we've lost the ball and we need to get back into shape, one of the person inverting goes into a back 4, but then the person in that midfield is left by themselves. So now it's like it's a big island. It's a big island. But then against Man City, he set us up in a pivot. So that wasn't happening as much, bro. Because obviously you've got 2 players there that can protect the back 4. That's why I'm saying to you, I'm not too sure how we're going to set up. If he inverts, I reckon you might get opportunities on a transition. You're right. But when we do invert, bro, we attack as a 5. It's a 3-2-5, yeah, which is going to be very, very dangerous. When you're looking at the quality in attack here, the likes of Neto, like I said, Jackson, he could chip in and get a goal. I know he's not the greatest finisher, but in terms of his overall play, I'm sorry, no one's going to tell me Jackson is a bad footballer because he's good. Yeah, very good, right? On the right, who's been starting, Madueke is on very good form at the moment as well. So having these guys and then you've got 2 8s running at you is not going to be easy to defend, bro.
It's not,
yeah,
but
Palmer,
we're going to have at the
Palmer
back.
running at you.
We're going to have
That's
at
not
the
going
back.
to be easy to defend.
It's not going to be easy, but we're not going to be as open as Wolves. That's what I'm saying. We're not going to be as open as Wolves. Just look, I'm saying that Chelsea is going to be open. I think, as you mentioned, there's going to be 5 players attacking. There's going to be spaces in behind on the counter.
Of course.
And that suits us. That suits us to the team because we're going to press you. Don't get me wrong. We're not going to be sitting at low block, no press, whatever. We will press you, but we'll press you at the right moments. There'll be pressing triggers. Now, that depends on how Glasner sets up the team. But that's the difference. Under Hodgson, it was a case of old tactics. Just literally sit back and then hope for the best going forward. There was nothing.
Chat to me about these man here then. So you're talking about what you're going to do in a transition and that, yeah? Tell me who's going to do what, bro. Tell me who's going to do what over here.
In the transition or defensively?
In transition, bro. Who's the players to be looking out for? Who's your dangerous players?
So it'll be Eze instead of Edward. I doubt it'll be Edward. I think Kamada will start. Edward stunk the place against West Ham.
Who's gonna start? Sorry,
Kamada.
Kamada or the what country is he from? He's
from Japan.
I mean, I watched his debut. He didn't really impress me, bro.
Like, he didn't. He's still adjusting, but he got a goal and an assist in our previous game. He's slowly adjusting to the Prem. He struggled in midfield, but he'll start as a number 10, I expect. And then you have Munoz. So you have Kamada, Munoz, Eze, Mitchell, Mateta. So we're talking about 5 in Palace attacking, as well as Adam Wharton potentially pushing up the box as well. So Palace, when we do have the opportunities, we will push forward, and that's the thing. And I think that's the difference between previous years and this year's. Previous years, we might sit back, we might let you have possession. We'll see how we set up. We might even press you higher than expect, but we will press you. Now, I don't know where that will be. That's up to Glasner. I don't know how we set up the team, but the difference is we'll press you with an attacking plan as well. When we win the ball, there'll be players running forward in transition, which we saw it against Wolves. I mean, Wolves were a bit naive in terms of how they approached the game. They went too forward. They opened up spaces, which allowed you lot to score goals, and you scored some nice goals. Especially when you look at Palmer and Mudryk. They had a great partnership. So we're going to make sure that we try our best to stop that. And I'm not saying
Palmer and Mudryk. You mean Palmer and Jackson?
No. Palmer and Madueke.
Madueke.
Yeah,
when you say Mudryk, I was thinking, wait, D.
No.
He's giving Mudryk top.
Madueke against Wolves. Not Mudryk. He was usual. When it comes to them two, they had a great connection. So I expect us to have a mid block, not low block. I expect us to have a mid block. There'll be triggers to try to stop Palmer and Madueke. Whatever we do, that's only time will tell. But we're gonna have enough defenders back because we know you're gonna push players forward. So for that reason alone, as the days are going by, as I'm thinking more about the game, as I'm thinking about the previous games and what Glasner does in this game and how you lot will set up, I wouldn't be as confident as looking at 13 wins in a row, thinking, can we make it 14?
But the thing is though, I'm looking at this team. Yeah, let me even share my screen again. Yeah, because obviously you're gonna look at it a little bit differently because you're a Palace fan. But in comparison to the quality that I've got, bro, I'm sorry, a midfield of Jefferson Lerma. Obviously I rate Adam Wharton. You know how much I rate him. I think he should have been starting for England. Yeah, you've got Eze, who off the ball ain't the greatest. Let's be real about it. Adam Wharton, I'm seeing the other day he got skipped past the most, actually more than Gusto.
Well, he got skipped past the most. Why?
He got skipped past. He got skipped past the most the other day, bro.
No. He didn't. I'll put context into that. That happened.
Here we go.
No, that happened in the second half. First half, Adam Wharton was bossed in that midfield. Absolutely bossed when Jefferson Lerma started around him. And even there, you can look at his rating. I know his over score rating ain't everything, but you can look at his rating. If he got skipped past the most,
it's a game of 2 halves, though, isn't it? It's a game of 2 halves.
No, it's a game of 2 halves. But let me explain to you.
What I'm saying is, this midfield here, it don't matter, bro. If we play Caicedo, Enzo, and Palmer in that midfield, we should be bopping it about, bro. We should be playing triangles around this midfield.
Nah,
yeah?
you shouldn't.
I'm not looking at this
because West Ham
midfield
didn't either. West Ham didn't either. Of course, you're better than West Ham, but that midfield
yeah, we've got better players than West Ham. We've got better players than West Ham.
I know. But don't look at that midfield too and expect and look at Adam Wharton's stats in the second half and expect that to be the case. Wharton is very good defensively. Like
I know he is.
Box-to-box
I know he is. I know he
is that body. I wonder if he start Lerma because Doucouré could start as well potentially, which might be a bit too much. But Che Doucouré, who was linked with a move to Liverpool before his injury that took him out for the rest of the season, he's slowly coming back into the side. He started against Norwich as well. But that defensively with them two, they'll be solid. But it depends on your patterns of play. Of course, you got better players than West Ham, and you will potentially create more chances. I'm not denying that. But I wouldn't look at that midfield too and say that's not good enough defensively.
No, I'm not saying it's not good enough.
Coming in there ruined it for us because West Ham done nothing in that first half, by the way.
What I'm saying is that the starting point for us, we need to make sure that we're controlling that midfield because Maresca's all about control. He's all about possession. Yeah, and if we're sloppy on the ball on that, Wharton will just play in between the lines to the likes of Eze, whoever's playing up top. You know what I'm trying to say? You'll play a smart pass because for me, he reminds me of Michael Carrick. When I watch Wharton, it's like I'm watching Michael Carrick again, bro. Very similar profiles. But Jefferson Lerma, he's never been a player that I've looked at, in all honesty, and said, oh, this guy looks special or this guy looks really good. He's all right, innit? He's all right. Yeah. So looking at my midfield in comparison to yours, I think we're going to control that midfield. And when I'm looking at Tyreek Mitchell up against Madueke, and I'm looking at Munoz as well. He's another one here that we played last time, and he struggled against us, right? If we start Neto against him, both of them running at you, bro, it's going to be long, yeah? Because Maresca likes to isolate the fullbacks. That's the good thing about how we're playing. I'm seeing a lot of play from our wingers because last season, I wasn't seeing that enough, bro. I wasn't seeing that enough. We're going to get chances in this game. We are going to create some chances, but we need to be clinical like what was against Wolves. That's what impressed me against Wolves because our XG was lower than them, but we ended up scoring 6 goals. Yeah, but yesterday, bro, we had 18 shots. Yeah, we had 5 big chances, and we scored 1 goal from a penalty. So we were poor in front of goal. So this time round, bro, we need to score, and I want to see a goal in the first half. Yeah, I want us to be up in the first half and not do stupidness from set pieces. What are Palace like from set pieces, bro? Because we're still kind of struggling. We're defending.
We're not great. We're bringing in a defender from Wolfsburg, Lacroix, who was linked with the likes of Arsenal a few years ago. They call him like a BTEC Saliba. But yeah, he's very fast. He's very good in the air, but he shouldn't be ready for this game. And KTH won't be ready for this game either as well. None of the new signings will. But set pieces is an area where you can target Palace because we have struggled in the past. Funny enough, after 330 attempts, that's how long it took us. We scored from a set piece, from a corner against Norwich.
330 attempts.
Yeah. That's how much.
You don't understand.
Last
time set pieces, bro.
You don't understand. Last time we faced you, this is what I mean. Under Hodgson, the set piece coach was our goalkeeper coach. Bro, are we running a Sunday league side to have a goalkeeper coach doing the set pieces?
That's so who's it now then? Who's it now?
It's one of the assistant managers who's known for his set pieces. So we got like few other.
You must be shit then, because you're still struggling.
We're not struggling. We've scored a goal. It's going to take a while to actually.
You scored a goal. Okay.
Not even that. We've stopped. I mean, we're conceding from set pieces left, right, center. We slowed it down. We slowed it down massively. We've improved defensively from set pieces. There's still like 1 or 2 areas where we can improve on. Because I mean, even pre-season against Nantes, we conceded from set piece, but we were terrible in set pieces. Set pieces was cash money for the opponents. Every time they had a set piece, especially corners, they can go ahead and score from a corner. But it took us a while because we were literally in the mud. It took us a while to get back up to speed. And slowly we've improved in set pieces. And thankfully, in the other end, we've scored from a set piece routine. It's not just what we like to do under Glass, and I've noticed as well, is that there's actual work being put into set pieces rather than crossing into the box. We'll see if the same happens against Chelsea. But Norwich, there was a clear plan to go short, to go to the edge of the box, put the ball in the box, and then we managed to score. Like that. So I'm pretty sure we'll do our homework and set up in a certain way with set pieces. But yeah, set pieces is still an area you can target, but it's not as bad as it used to be before. But if I was Chelsea, I don't know about you. So how good are you in set pieces?
Bro, last season we were shocking. Everything that you're saying, I can say the exact same thing, bro. Free kicks, corners, they were all going in every single time. And we've actually brought in a set piece coach from Brentford. We scored a set piece the other day. Jackson scored a set piece the other day, but we conceded a set piece against Wolves again. That's what I'm saying. I can't look at our set pieces right now and say they've been fixed because I'm still seeing problems. Do you get it? So it's going to be funny, innit? It's going to be funny. Like, who's actually going to score a set piece in this game? Because I've got a feeling Palace are going to score one, bro. I don't see Chelsea keeping a clean sheet at the moment, unfortunately. I don't think
from a set piece. I don't think from a set piece, but I mean, I think we'll create chances. I'll be shocked if we don't create chances. I really do think we'll create chances. I think on the transition, I think that's where Palace will live up, especially having Walton in the midfield. If I'm you, I'm careful with, if you lose the ball, don't let it get to Adam Walton. Because
he just plays it, bro. He just passes it.
Like, yeah, exactly. And everyone is just on the counter attack. It is dangerous. I don't know how long we can keep him for. But his passes are just something else. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, Lerma, it might even not be Lerma. It could be Will Hughes. Will Hughes would be the midfield. I'm not really worried about.
Will Hughes, man, like Mr. Watford. When I think of Hughes, I just think of Watford, bro.
Exactly. It could be your club fan as well. Don't be surprised playing at
Palace fan.
Nathaniel Klein.
Oh, I thought you said it's Nathaniel Klein still plays for Palace. Hey, that's funny. Now we've got to fucking beat you guys, man.
He could potentially start right centre back. We'll see what he does because Chadid Riyad, our new signing, got injured and Lacroix shouldn't be fit for this game. So he could be starting there. But funny enough, that's the thing. When you look at namesake, these players are just you'll think, we're gonna cook these lot. They're not good enough. But that's what I'm saying. Under Glasner, that's why I'm happy with signings such as Nketiah, etc. Because under Glasner, I've seen Nathaniel Klein transition to a centre-back and be more than capable. In fact, there's a case that he should have never been dropped from centre-back for other players because he's been
playing at centre-back.
Yeah.
Klein's been playing at centre-back.
Yeah, well, as a right centre-back.
Because he's been playing free at the back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, free at the back. I hear it. Will Hughes is another player as well. That's improved massively. There's been a few players that's improved and changed the Palace careers around in the space of a few months. So yeah, I mean,
that's what a good coach does, bro. That's what a good coach does. Like, you see already, I'm seeing big differences. Like, as soon as Glasner came in, like you're saying, bro, I'm seeing Palace attacking a lot more. I'm seeing Palace being a little bit braver, being a lot more positive. Bro, you had a very, very strong end to the season. That's why when I'm seeing you lot struggling this time around, I'm like,
there's context. Let's see what Palace do. There's context, though. The reason why we're struggling is, as I've said, a lot of players, you might say excuse, but a lot of players have come back very late. A lot of our players, especially our starters. And we haven't had that rhythm. We went for like 2 to 3 months, and now everyone's slowly getting back and, playing games. And that's why Eze and Mateta played 90 minutes against Norwich. Glasner did say that to get them up to the levels of fitness, for example, because we weren't. We just slacked off. And in the past, there was a stat I saw from Palace fan account, and in his previous clubs, there's been game weeks. I don't know why, but Glasner's sides, they start the season slowly, and they always finish season strongly. Wolfsburg, I think it took them like 4 or 5 games. They ended 4th in the Bundesliga. Frankfurt, something similar, 6 or 7 games without win. So eventually they do catch up. But for us, there's a reason for that slow start rather than it just being a slow start for the sake of it. But then again, as I mentioned, that second half against Norwich, I saw the old Palace. Even though it was against Norwich, the patterns of play, the movement, the goals, that was the old Palace. So I think we got kind of that confidence back as well from that game.
Exactly. And listen, people, we've still got 43 people in the house. Let's see how many likes we've got on here, man. We've got 34 likes, people. Let's try and get that up, man. Let's get that up for Z. Z's YouTube is in the description, people. Make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. Massive Palace fan, and obviously he does a lot of content as well. You're gonna see a lot of D on the channel as well, man, people, because he knows his stuff away from Palace as well, man. But D, just to round up, bro, what Chelsea player are you looking at, or Chelsea players are you looking at, and you're quite wary of them, and you're thinking, oof, these are the guys to watch. These are the guys that we need to stop.
I think Palmer sounds a bit too basic, but of course, like Cole Palmer, you have to be watching Cole Palmer to stop him. But most importantly, as I mentioned a bit earlier on, it's not about just Palmer. It's about stopping the connection of Palmer and Madueke. I think both of them lot, especially against Wolves, they were cooking. And it seems like they could have a good connection. I would have loved Madueke at Palace. I would have loved them. And now it's too late, of course. Now you lot are keeping them, etc.
He's a Palace player. Definitely a Palace type player, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's definitely a Palace type player, bro.
Having him and Eze as the 2 10s, oh my days, that would have been filthy. That would have actually been filthy. Is that it for you? Yeah?
You know, we ain't got a
Yeah,
draw
yeah,
against you since
yeah,
1995, 30 years ago.
yeah, yeah,
Fucking hell. So what? We haven't
yeah,
drawn against Palace since 1995.
yeah.
It's been W's or L's.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, Chloe said that on our channel as well. So
Which way? She a Palace?
so,
She's
yeah.
a Palace fan.
Yeah. She's a Palace fan.
Okay.
We ain't got
a draw against fucking hell. Crazy.
But yeah, so yeah, I think we have to try to stop their connection. And the midfield, I think Eze probably drops back, Mitchell's there, and we'll see if it's Lerma. But I think them three will try to overload that side to make sure Palmer and Madueke can't run through that side. Because if you don't stop them two, it's going to be a long day. I think those two are your main creative attackers. So yeah, that's the most concerned I am about, the two players rather than just a single out player.
And that's why I keep telling people when they say, "Oh, Cole and Fofana are shit," and that, I'm like, bro, I don't think these guys are as bad as what we've seen. We need to see them build chemistry. Madueke and Palmer, you see them playing like that because they've been playing together for years, bro. For England, they know each other's game. Yeah, and Palmer, when he's next to Madueke, he helps Madueke play better. Very similar to what Palmer was doing with for England with Saka. Every time Palmer would come on and play next to Saka, all of a sudden you're seeing Saka playing a lot better, right? So relationships are very key, bro. I'm hoping for a clean sheet, D. I can't lie, I am hoping for a clean sheet. But I just don't see it, bro. But what are you saying? What are you saying for predictions, man?
Predictions. I'm gonna go for 1-1, man. I know we haven't got a draw for 30 years. I think that record has to end at a certain point. I'm confident. I don't know why. Well, as I listed the reasons why, I'm adding everything together. I think this game suits us. I really do. And I don't think we've faced an opponent like Chelsea so far this season in terms of, spaces being open behind Palace. This is a classic Glasner game. It should be. Hopefully you don't clip me up, but this should be a classic Glasner game where
of course you're getting clipped up. What do you mean?
Well, yeah. Look, I think you'll attack us. I think there'll be spaces up bit behind, and yeah, I'm going for 1-0. I think we'll score. I think defensively, as I've said, there's still question marks with Riyad being out injured, Anderson we've replaced him, but the replacement won't be ready for this game. So yeah, man, I think we nick a cheeky point at the bridge.
1-1, yeah. I said 3-1. I was just on stream with Troops and that. Big him up. I said 3-1 Chelsea, man. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, like I said, but we've just got too much firepower, D, man. Too much firepower on the pitch and off the bench as well. So hopefully we batter you lot as well.
Who are you worried about?
Who am I worried about from Palace, bro? Yeah. Definitely Wharton and Eze, man. Wharton and Eze, man. They're the ones that worry me the most. But you know what? Mateta was actually good at the bridge. He's a problem. He's hard to mark, hard to handle, bro. Like, he looks like an awkward player, yeah? And he doesn't look like a footballer. But honestly, his touch is quite good, the way he brings down the ball. His link-up play actually ain't that bad. And he can score goals as well. That's the thing. So I'm wary in it because, like, with my centre-backs, yeah, Cole, for example, he doesn't like getting aggressive. Fofana likes to get aggressive, but Cole, I can see him struggling against Mateta, in all honesty. That's why I'm for this game, I'm depending more on my attack than my defense, if that makes sense. Like, it's a weird way to look at it like that, but I can't trust my defense right now. It's hard for me to trust them. That's why I need my attack.
It'll be a good game, I really do think it'll be a good game. It'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game. I'm actually excited by it. I mean, like, you've been hyping up Chelsea, Bear. I'm good to.
That's what I was going to get onto. That's what I was going to get onto, yeah. Because today is transfer deadline.
And all of that analyzing that you've been doing for the past how many months or so, it's good to see it happen first time to my team, innit? Because you've been hyping up this manager quite a bit. So I need to see what.
Okay, what's your first thoughts been on Maresca then? Let's talk about that.
Well, he's been bold. I like it. He's not shying away from the caliber of the job that he's been handed to. I think when you're looking at some of the comments that he's made, a few people are thinking like, okay, like, he's not scared to speak up. And you need a manager like that. You need a manager of character, because if you're not a manager with a personality and a character at Chelsea, you're going to struggle. You can't, because there's some big names in that dressing room, and you have to make sure you hold your ground. If you don't, those players will take you over. And that's been the case, for example, at Manchester United for a few years. And
Potter, we had it here with Graham Potter, bro. He came in, he was too shook to do anything.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that at big clubs. That's why some managers might be great tacticians, but when it comes down to taking the responsibility of a big club and the expectations that come with it, they struggle. So I'll be honest, it's been a okay start. I'm not going to get hyped up like you are
It's been an okay start as well. I agree.
Against City. It's very good in the second half against Wolves, but the first half wasn't that great.
It was shit.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, let's see what happens. There's only 2 games in the Prem that he's managed. You'd expect his team to. The good thing is your patterns of play and style of football. We're kind of seeing it already. The big question mark I have over you lot, and that's why I predicted you lot to finish 6th, I believe, is your defense. It's a bit. That system combined with the defenders, as you mentioned, I'm not too sure. I need to see it to believe it, because I think that could let you down this season. There's nothing wrong with your attack. You got depth as well. Not only just a start. You got depth. You got players like Felix coming off the bench, Neto coming off the bench. We'll see if you get Sancho as well. That'd be ridiculous. So I think you'll score goals, but you got potential to concede goals as well. And until you stop that, I don't know how many games you win this season, because it's going to be interesting against smaller sides, against bigger sides. Like, any time will tell.
Okay, and just on that, let's talk about obviously Osimhen and Sancho real quick, man. If we land Osimhen and Sancho, to add to what we already have, where are you predicting Chelsea to finish this season, bro?
10th. I'm chatting.
This guy actually hates us. I know right now what you want to say. Bro.
What do I want to say?
Bro, you want to say something stupid like 7th or something like that?
No, not even. I think then you look at Chelsea a bit more seriously with the 4th, 5th mark. I think 4th, 5th. I think that striker position, I do think you need to strengthen. But then again, I don't know if Osimhen is really coming in. I'm seeing the chat, and there's people saying, that he might not be coming in.
There's a big fight apparently, bro. Big fight ongoing. Big fight, bro. People need to understand.
You got guys scrapping. Your players are not even that, man.
People need to understand. When we went to go get Enzo, apparently there was nearly a scrap. There was nearly a fight. It nearly got physical on that. This is what happens. These reporters are gonna keep reporting, because every time you click, they're getting paid, bro. So right now for them, this is drama. This is the transfer deadline day. They're gonna be doing all of these things, updating you. There's fighting. There's this. It all adds to the drama, innit? But we see this every single time.
Fighting. Surely he would have landed at Chelsea if there were no problems. It's 5 p.m, bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen, obviously we need to sort out the salary, innit? We need to sort out the salary. It looks like the other club, what are they called? The club that won him, they're focusing on Tony now, which tells me that Osimhen's basically told them no, because they're now focusing on Tony. And bro, it's clear, it's very clear his priority is to come to Chelsea. What we need to do is obviously, sort out the wages and make sure it falls in line. But I'm happy with what we're doing, D, because bro, over the years, Roman used to just pay people that don't deserve mad money. But bro, it stopped working after a while, bro. It stopped working after a while. The likes of Havertz and that, Havertz, Werner, they were paid handsomely. I know we won the Champions League, but no one expected us to win the Champions League. And that team that he built, they didn't compete for the league, bro. He brought all these guys in after we won the league, right? They never competed. You get it? And he was paying them over like 250k a week, 200k a week. And I'm like, why, bro? These guys are yet to prove anything. And they were still quite young. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I like the fact that we're being wary with how much we're paying now, because I don't want to be paying guys 300k a week. So it's like, oh yeah, now I've got my money. I ain't really got to work for it. I don't score today, I'm not going to get paid. So I'm still going to get paid either way. What we're doing now is we're incentivizing the contract. So bro, you score this many goals, you'll get this much. You get back into Champions League, your money will go back up. That's how you keep guys motivated, and that's how you keep guys working. If they ain't got to work for their money, bro, if me and you ain't got to work for our money, D, we've got to do the bare minimum now, and we're getting paid 100k a year, bro, you ain't gonna do much.
I think that's smart. That's the thing. I think your contracts, especially now, I don't know about the start, because you still gave a few weird deals. I think Chilwell was Bodie, right? Or was that before?
Yeah, that was under Roman, and then the new ownership gave him a new contract. I'll be real. I think we did that to just get fans on
you
side.
get some weird contracts with players, but now you have them on long-term contracts, but you have them on fees where it's easier to sell them on, because they're on lower wages. So if it doesn't work out, then unless it's horrible and nothing like they can't even kick a ball, surely there should be buys for some of these players. Look, I'm still expecting a play from Chelsea today. Chalobah. I think there's a good chance that happens on loan with Riyad out injured. I think Gahey's staying, bringing Chalobah with an option to buy. And next summer when Gahey does leave, our replacement, we've had a year with him at the football club. I'm looking at that deal as a possibility.
Mm.
I don't know about Chilwell. There's been a few rumors about Chilwell, but I don't know how true that is. But
Mm.
yeah, man, I think what our business, I'll be shocked if we don't do any business with you on deadline day, especially with the hours that's remaining now. What, about
What's
6
happened
hours?
with Carney, bro? It's gone quiet on your side. You don't want Carney no more.
No, I don't think we do. I think it's like a wage issue or something like that. Because I think Carney was another one that was on like 110, 120.
Yeah, he's on 100K a week, man. That was Bowley.
Yeah.
That was actually Bowley.
Yeah. So that was a funny one. So I don't think I don't think that's going to be happening. But I think Chalobah's the one. It's been quiet, but there was a mention today as well, and I think I just have a weird feeling behind the scenes we're working on it. And the left wing back, look, Chilwell's been mentioned. I wouldn't be against Chilwell. I wouldn't.
Brother,
But
he reeks. He absolutely reeks. You're better off with Mitchell. I promise you're better off with Mitchell. Honestly.
Why? What's wrong with Chilwell?
Bro, Chilwell, going forward, yeah, he used to be good going forward, innit? In terms of his movement, and that, yeah, and hitting the ball, striking the ball, crossing the ball. Now, bro, the way he crosses the ball is so shit. He underhits it, he overhits it, he takes too long. When shooting in front of goal, the way he strikes the ball doesn't look the same. Defensively, going the other way, it's like having a mannequin, bro, at left back. It's so easy to go past him.
Do you think he just lost his confidence?
To go past him.
He sounds like a player that's just lost his confidence. The Chilwell that I knew before he joined Chelsea, he was much better than this. There's a reason why you lot bought him. Chilwell,
yeah, but injuries, man. I look at this guy the same way I look at Broja. Yeah, I gave Broja. I was like, Broja, let's see in it after a few months, and he's come back from a big injury. Let's see how he gets on, bro. Broja's like 6'3", and he's getting out jumped by guys smaller than him, bro. He's getting barged out the way by guys that are smaller than him. Yeah, that's when I knew this injury has affected him. Chilwell's even older, and he's had more injuries. Yeah, and I'm telling you, when I watch him, I don't look at a Premier League footballer anymore. I honestly don't look at a Premier League footballer no more. He looks so bad, so bad.
I think it's worth the gamble when you have Mitchell there, because he'll be like, the worst case scenario is he doesn't start. Like, I think we'll still start with Mitchell, but then he's at a club where he can push himself, new start. And I think he's lacking confidence. He, as you said, there are some serious questions about what's happened to him, but I think there's still a player in there. I think there's a player in there that struggled for whatever reason, maybe different managers, different ownership, whatever's happened at Chelsea behind the scenes, but it's just a player low on confidence. And I wouldn't mind having him as a backup option to Mitchell. I think that's still, like, I think that's still a very good option. And then it will push him. It will push him to reach levels, because surely he wouldn't want to be a backup at Palace, but you have to own your spot because you have Mitchell there. But I think it's a realistic target for him to push on, because the expectations at Palace is different to Chelsea. So I'm not against it. I'm not against Chilwell, because if he can find something of the Chilwell that we saw in the past before he joined Chelsea, he was a very good player, man. He was a very good player. He was never like this. And I know injuries have come into play, but I think it's just more than injuries. I think it's injuries with confidence. I think a lot of things have gone wrong for him at Chelsea. I think he needs a new, fresh start. I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind him on loan. I don't know if it will happen.
Bro, if you want him, listen, take him. I'll even give him to you for free, bruv. Yeah, he's on 200K a week as well, so prepare yourself. I'm just trying to help you out here. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up there, man. D's got a show to do now on Chelsea Fan TV. D, let them know where they can find you, man. Love for coming on, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you having me on here. Hopefully, first on many. So at the Palace on Twitter, and also at Back of the Nest on YouTube as well. We'll be doing a live transfer deadline day show around 8 p.m. to 11. So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, if you want to see more Palace content, make sure to check out Back of the Nest. But yeah, thank you for having me on. A big up the chat as well.
It's in the description, people, man. Let's quickly go through the super chats. We've got 2 here. The Failed Wizard, big up yourself every time, bro. Says happy Friday and an even happier end to the damn window. Exactly, bro. It's gonna be interesting. Could be leaving here with Sancho, Osimhen, and maybe even a centre back, because we're linked to the guy from Benfica now as well. And a big up. I forgot his name.
Arejo. That's funny, because we were linked with him.
Is it?
£30 million bid got rejected.
Okay.
And people were saying that they're not willing to sell him. Dougie Friedman, our sporting director, was very keen on him. But then with Glasner's option, Maxence Lacroix from Wolfsburg instead, who Glasner's managed, who's 24 years old. But yeah, he's meant to be very good. But our bid of £30 million got rejected, so I think it's a bit difficult. Benfica's moving fast.
I think for that one, we're going to have to wait for a centre-back to leave. That's the problem. And you've got Kevin, super sticker. Love for that, my bro. Let's see if there's any more here. But cool. Listen, people, we'll be back I'll definitely be live at some point today because we are gonna get more bombers, people. We are gonna get more here we goes, people. We're gonna get more shamelessness today, people. You know what I'm trying to say? We've been in the mud for too long. We need to fucking change it this year. You know what I'm saying? And on Sunday, we need to make it 14 in a row. In a bit, people. Up the fucking Chels.